Hi fans, and welcome to this Week 4 edition of the Woodland Hills Football Network pregame show. Last Friday night, the Wolverines traveled to Fox Chapel and defeated the Foxes 54-12 in Coach George Novak's 300th victory. We're going to sit down with Woodland Hills head coach George Novak to review last week's victory over Fox Chapel, preview this week's non-conference game against Penn-Trafford, and we'll also let you see highlights of last week's game. All of that and more on the pregame show here on the Woodland Hills Football Network.
And the kick is off, a short kick taken at the 35. We'll see what the Wolverines can do with it here. They have an avenue down the right side. They're going to run out of real estate there and tackled out of bounds. Man in motion. Misdirection play here. They have a hole up the middle. This one carried down inside the 20, and that's Holt's first carry of the game. They'll hand it off again. A hole to the left. This one opens up and gone. Opening drive, touchdown, no laundry on the field, so we have ourselves a 6-0 score. Good job by the defensive line not to move, and now a big takedown by the defensive line. Need about half a yard. They're going to hand it off again, and this one swallowed up, but Holt able to make a couple miss. He sidesteps the tacklers, and he is going to be gone. The perseverance, a couple shimmy shakes away from the defense, and Holt in the end zone for the Wolverines.
And that was really an impressive run by Saeed Holt.
Back to pass, throwing down across the middle. That one completed up towards the 40. That one going towards the end zone. They have a couple men there. It was tipped. They catch it down to the 1 yard line. The receiver sticks with it, and a huge completion there hauled in by Cole Waxter. A quick pitch there, and they will score. The snap, the option, tossed back to the running back, and that's Thomas that's able to carry it across the goal line. Kick is blocked and blown dead. And a pass play here. Jones going to go down the field. Has a receiver open. That one hauled in. Snap is good. Back to pass, and a sack there. Taken down by Saeed Holt. This one's away. It'll be taken at the 32-yard line. Here come the Wolverines. Caraway makes a move, makes a man miss, and is able to get inside the 20-yard line. Quick throw towards the outside shoulder. Receiver able to pull that one in. The ball was battled for, and they're going to call a touchdown. It came out at the end, but I believe the receiver had already spun and fell to the ground and was down. Snap out of the shotgun. A quick pass there. It's caught again. Bina looked like he was ready to throw it again. 3rd and 19. At their own 25 again, big pressure. They tried to set up the screen, and that one comes loose, and they're going to call it a fumble. Woodland Hills able to scoop that one up. Was the runner down? He was. He picked it up on one knee, so no touchdown there, but a big fumble recovery by number 62, Damian R. Thomas. So they'll hand it off, a quick sweep to the outside, and that speed going to get Woodland Hills into the end zone yet again. That one taken by Jaquan Smith. Now a handoff, and that one loose again, and a fumble recovery, and a big miss there. A nice juke and gone to the end zone. No flags on the field, and add insult to injury, or if you look at it the other way, put a little bit of icing on the cake. 4th and 13. They've got to get the ball downfield. Again, pressure. This one thrown down the field quickly and caught. A huge grab, and that will be a touchdown. It'll be taken at the 20-yard line by Caraway. He has some running room and some blockers. He's up past midfield to the 40, down to the 30, down to the 20, inside the 10, dives for the pylon. Was he marked out of bounds? He was. Back in under center is Whitehurst. Hands this one off, and an easy touchdown run from 2 yards out, and that's Holt. Not able to get out of bounds on that one, so the clock continues to run. Now a big run, a stiff arm by Morris. He spins back inbounds. And a bad snap here. That one gets loose. And a nice move there by Spino. He got away for a moment. Now that one's scooped up. No, Wolverines eventually finally get that one. Less than 10 seconds left. Let's see, can they run it back? Taken out of bounds around midfield. A helter-skelter play there. Damian T. Thomas. Now a pass. Some pressure coming. A nice block by Morris. And a fumble. And a recovery. And a touchdown on the second play of the half. Textbook. A beautiful swat from behind, the scoop and the score, and it's Abramovitz who comes up with the touchdown. Quick handoff, taken to the right, a little bit of room to work with here. That is Hill. It's 1st and 10 at the 31. A quick handoff here and a bit of room to work with. A nice cut there and off to the end zone. No one's going to catch him. Turning on the Jets, it's number 25, Smith, and he will have his second touchdown of the night. And that is victory number 300 for head coach George Novak. Most of those victories coming here at Woodland Hills.
We are the Woodland Hills Wolverines. Since 1987, we've been a part of some of the most electrifying football games in Western Pennsylvania. And we've established a national reputation of excellence. Whether you're a former player, a Woody High alum, a parent, or a fan, you're part of our Wolverine family. And now you can join us by becoming a part of our new booster club, the Wolverine Nation. Visit WHFBA.org and see how your donation can help our student athletes while earning you unique benefits. We're more than just a booster club. We are the Wolverine Nation. Hi again, fans, and welcome back to this Week 4 edition of the Woodland Hills Football Network pregame show. Adam Gusky here, sitting down with Woodland Hills head coach George Novak. And Coach Novak, before we talk about this week's game at Penn-Trafford, let's take a look back to last week's win at Fox Chapel. A huge win in conference on the road. You've got to be happy with the outcome.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried going up to Fox Chapel because watching them on film, they have some good athletes and, you know, they have great size. They were a lot bigger than us and big linebackers, big running backs, good quarterback. You know, a lot of their basketball players and baseball players are playing football now, so they're going to keep getting better. Tommy Loughran, he's a great coach, and they have a good staff. So, you know, I think our speed overwhelmed them a little bit. We got some big plays on special teams and on defense to get field position and a couple touchdowns, so that helped us out a lot.
Well, there's a white elephant in the room that we got to talk about, and I know that, you know, you don't like talking about yourself, but it was your 300th career victory. Congratulations. Let's talk about that.
Thanks, Adam. You know, it is nice. Don't get me wrong, but, you know, it's not just me. I give the credit to so many great players that I've had in Steel Valley and Woodland Hills over the years. You're one of them, but, you know, a lot of the coaches I have on my staff now, in the past, all the assistant coaches that I do have, all the midget coaches that helped build the program. It's just, you know, so many coaches and so many players that came up through, and, you know, the whole community makes football important in Woodland Hills, and I think that's a big part of it. I'm proud to be part of it, and, you know, I didn't score any touchdowns in those 300 games, but, you know, it was a lot of great times, a lot of great highlights, a lot of great experiences with a lot of great kids coming through, and, you know, that's my reward. And you know, 300 games is nice, don't get me wrong, but that must mean I'm getting old.
Well, let's talk a bit more about that game against Fox Chapel. It seemed like you got the passing game going a bit after it was a bit stagnant for weeks 2 and 3. Yeah,
we worked real hard on the passing game, and I think, you know, we're getting better every week, and, you know, we're still a 2-platoon quarterback system, and I think that's, you know, they're both getting better. It's nice to have two guys, and of course Mike got hurt there in the fourth quarter, so, you know, it's always nice when something happens. He'll be back. He hurt his hand on the punt. We got rough, but he's going to be fine. But both of them threw better. Offensive line was blocking better. That was a big plus for us. I think, you know, we were concerned about that because of the defense that they ran, and I was real proud of the kids. They picked up a lot of things, but gave the quarterbacks more time. The receivers made some plays. You know, it was a positive thing for the offense, and, you know, defense swarmed around the ball and made a lot of big plays.
Coach, let's talk about the running game. A week ago, we talked about how you had so many weapons running the football, and that was evident yet again against the Foxes.
Juwan Hill's a senior, and he's played defense last year. He's playing defense this year, but he's got great speed and strength, and he's getting better every week and made some really nice runs. Of course, Jaquan Smith, he's a junior. He's coming to his own, and he had a couple nice plays, a couple nice runs. And Saeed, he kind of does everything for us, so he makes big plays the whole game. And Rodney Denard didn't play, but he's another talented running back that plays defense. And Jalen Holloway, he's another good running back we have. So there's a couple of juniors in there that play defense that are also good running backs. So we got guys that we could rest people because most of them play defense too.
Let's talk about the defense. Coach, you've got to be happy with the way they've been playing, really shutting down your opponents.
Give Fox Chapel some credit. They had some big backs and they were tough to bring down, but our kids played well. We got a lot of turnovers. They did score twice. Both of them were on tip passes that we could have intercepted, but we didn't. One was tipped twice, and then their guy caught it for a touchdown. The other one was tipped, and he was behind our guy, and he caught it and ran it for a touchdown. So. Yeah, it's they threw the ball a lot, and we made a lot of good plays on defense. But those two plays, got them scores, and it's kind of been the theme of things. The first three games, people have we've been around the ball, but they've bounced the wrong way. Even against Baldwin a couple of times, we hit the ball once or twice, and then they caught it. So that's the way the ball bounced, I guess. But the kids played hard, and every time something bad happened, they worked hard to make something good happen.
Let's talk about this week's game against Penn-Trafford. Week 1, you had to get the jitters out. Week 2 was a home conference game. Week 3, a road conference game. How do you prevent your team from taking their foot off the gas pedal with a non-conference game?
Penn-Trafford has established a great tradition under Coach John Ruane. Last year they went to Heinz Field. They have a great system offensively and defensively. He has a great staff out there. They're kind of similar to us. They're always in the race, and I think it's going to be probably our toughest game because they beat some good people. And watching them on film, what they do, they lost a lot of guys like we did. They may have a few more back. They have a nice size offensive line. Quarterback, he was he was the quarterback from last year's brother. He played defense last year. Now he's a quarterback, 6'2", 175, 180. Got a nice strong arm, runs the ball well. He got speed at the running back position, wide receivers, decent sized offensive and defensive line, good sized linebackers. They're good at the skilled position, so and they have good schemes, offensively and defensively. It's going to be a real battle for us, a real challenge this week. And they're undefeated, we're undefeated. We're both ranked teams, and it'll be a battle. See how it turns out.
Talk about how you match up against the Warriors.
Well, like I said, it's a pretty even matchup. Size-wise, up front, we're pretty evenly matched up. I think they run a little bit different offense than us, but have nice-sized tight ends and H-back that they use to block, and they're both very good. Good speed at the running back. Good quarterback, a couple nice receivers. They match up pretty well. I think we might have more depth than they do at position. We use more guys than they do. Hopefully that'll be to our advantage, in the second half to wear them out a little bit because the guys they have in there are good players, good solid players. Their front line defensively, they're big and strong, and that sets the whole tone for their defense and let their linebackers make plays. And they got 5 nice-sized linebackers, senior-type kids, and a nice secondary. So they're all nice-sized kids, and they run well. It's a pretty even matchup. I think the only thing, we might have a little bit more depth than they do, but it's going to be interesting.
Coach, at this point in the pregame show, each and every week we like to talk about former Wolverines, and it seems like we're going to have a theme this year, and it's going to be a couple of guys that play defense for the Pitt Panthers. Mike Caprera and Juan Price yet again had terrific games for Pitt against Penn State.
Adam, I'm so proud of both of them, and Miles played for Penn State. He was on some kickoffs, but he didn't see a lot of action. But it's his first year. If he keeps working, he's going to be an outstanding player for him. And it's Juan and Mike's last year, and both of them played extremely well defensively. Mike got a couple fumbles, made some pressures. Warren Price was pressuring the quarterback all day. He had a couple sacks. He's one of the captains. I couldn't be prouder of both of those kids and the part they play on that defense for University of Pittsburgh.
You touched on Miles Sanders. He did get his first collegiate action, a couple of kick returns, including a 33-yarder.
Yeah, well, he got the ability, and I think he's going to see more and more action as the year goes on.
Well, Coach, let's talk about some players in the NFL, including Quentin Jefferson, who played in his first NFL regular season game.
Yeah, he got in. He did some good things, made a couple tackles, played well, and he's in the rotation on the defensive line. So, real proud of Quentin. It's hard for me to imagine him playing. Because just looking back in high school, he was a man of few words, and he always had a smile whenever you talked to him. He just smiled at you and shook his head. And he's a great kid. He's a family man now. Got a couple kids. His parents are very proud of him. He had great parents, and they support him a lot. And I'm just real proud of him. And he got a long way to go in his career.
Well, Coach Novak, good luck this week against the Warriors, and we'll talk to you again next week as you have a conference game at the Wolverina.
Thanks, Adam. I just want to say hello to my grandchildren, Aiden up there in New York, who's playing soccer, and Ava and Max at Bethel. Ava's playing basketball, and Max is playing flag football and baseball this fall. So, guys, hit the books. That's the most important thing.
Again, thanks a lot for your time. Good luck this week, and we'll talk to you again next week. We'll be back with more of the pregame show right after this here on the Woodland Hills Football Network. What's for dinner on Thursday night? Chicken wings. Come on down to Turtle Creek for Thursday night wings at the Wolverina. Fresh, whole wings, hand-breaded and hand-tossed with 4 different flavors. And the best part is that all proceeds benefit the Woodland Hills football program. Thursday night wings at the Wolverina every Thursday evening during the season. Let's take a look at the Wolverines' results and remaining schedule. The WPIAL 5A Allegheny 9 Conference Standings. And now the MSA Sports WPIAL 5A Top 10 Rankings. Again, fans, we thank you for joining us for this Week 4 edition of the Woodland Hills Football Network pregame show. If you can't make it to Penn-Trafford on Friday night, you can listen to the game live on msasports.net. Watch our live stream on the Woodland Hills Football Network Facebook page. Select broadcasts throughout the season will also be streamed live on our YouTube channel. And as always, you can tune into the replays on Monroeville Comcast Channel 13, Penn Hills Comcast Channel 98, and Verizon Fios Channel 37, and all of our broadcasts are available in HD on our YouTube channel. For everybody at the Woodland Hills Football Network, I'm Adam Gusky, and we'll talk to you again next week as the Wolverines return to the Wolverina. This has been a presentation of the Woodland Hills Football Network. Watch us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and as always, visit us at woodlandhillsfootballnetwork.com.